Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for the full moon, March 18th, 19th, and 20th, also our transition into Aries season. Now, you know that I'm going to be using my decks. I'm using my Radley Valentine deck, my Angel Tarot cards for the main reading. I'm thinking that I'm going to pull one from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. That will be for the main readings for your astrological sign, and that could be rising, ascending, moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury, whatever it is from your natal charts. Now, I will use my Emily Anderson crystal deck. I will pull one from that too. This is the introduction, the overall that will be on all of the videos. So I do put in the timestamp below in the description so you can bypass. I'd like you to watch this at least once. Now, I am going to use for the introduction and the overview for what's going on in the world. I will use my Weight Rider tarot cards. And also I'm going to pull one, maybe one, of my Osha Zen tarot cards, which I look at these as more of advice cards, kind of how are we going to handle things or what should we be aware of. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Please, I hope you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. You do help my channel to keep going, and I really appreciate that so much. Now, let's see. Oh, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job, just like I said, open myself and let the message come through. I don't have to understand it in order to deliver it. Well, sometimes I try, and that's usually what gets me into a little bit of trouble. And let's see, I have updated some of my software, so I don't know if the lip syncing part is fixed. I know some people have a hard time with hearing my videos, and then when I said that, all of you came back and said that you did not all of you, many of you did. So let's see what we've got going here. This is more universal energy, and it's always a surprise. Here, oh, a couple of things too. I did want to tell you, full moon in Virgo, 3:17 a.m. This is Eastern Standard Time. Virgo, full moon is the time when you release, relinquish, request. Very strong energy, very much putting it out into the universe. Virgo is our earth energy, so very, very grounding energy, but very sensitive also and very spiritual too. So it is a good time to do exactly, what I say is, I pray, meditate, and infuse with Reiki energy. Now, the next date is the 19th. The 19th, Venus, and I'm going to look at I don't have the time right offhand. Venus is going to be squaring with Uranus, and that's the 19th at 7:16 a.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. So Venus's relationship, love, everything that's good, but Venus can be a little bit, Venus can be a little bit manipulative, can be a little bit strong-willed. Uranus, expect the unexpected. So there could be some tensions, there could be some breakout energies. Venus is kind of transitioned on, or is, facing Uranus alone. Mars is going to be doing that on the 22nd, where Mars will be squared with Uranus itself. It's kind of like, Venus is getting out there, dealing with the hassles, dealing with the problems. And then 3 days later, Mars comes along and really kind of does a lot of cleanup energy. So Mars and Aries are, they're pretty much the same. So just know that when we go into Aries energy, Aries season, that this is when Mars can have that stronger push forward energy. All right, so we go into Aries season. So Venus, March 19th. Aries and the equinox. The equinox, whether you're in the northern hemisphere, it would be the spring equinox. In the southern, it would be the fall or autumn equinox. It is a time when light and day, equal itself out. And it's also a time when the veil between this world and that next is at the thinnest. So interesting stuff. Aries, Sun enters Aries at 11:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right with the equinox. Then we get, like I told you about March 22nd. So we have some really strong stuff going on. Yes, we have been living in a very strong energy field going on. There are solar storms going on also. So just be aware that things are ramping up more and more and more. And we are all feeling it. We are having the headaches. We are having the indigestion. We're having the sleepless nights. A lot of that goes along with that full moon. So just kind of bear with it and know that you're not necessarily losing it, even if we feel like we are. The other thing too with the full moon, it is like I said, it's a time to release, relinquish, request. A lot of people do it three to the day of, and three to three after. Where they just put everything out there. And being that this is Virgo, again, say it, but with my earth signs in itself, write it down, make it real, take, where you can actually look at it, touch it, and then put it out there. Okay, so release, relinquish, request on the 18th. You can start from now and keep going from 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, let's see what 3 cards I pulled out for this time period, for this week. First card is King of Swords. Now, swords, air energy, Aquarius. Yeah, also it's Aquarius, it's Libra, it's Virgo energy. We have Mars and Venus that are in Aquarius right now. So it is thinking things through. It is making plans. The King itself has a double layer. All the court cards have underlying energies, and then it has a stronger, it has the overlapping energy too. So swords, King of Swords is swords underlying, swords overlapping here. So it's very much air. Think things through. Be very objective this weekend. We may want to just act on our emotions, but this is telling us that this is a time for us to be very objective, very strategic in what we're doing. Or else there is a stronger strategy going on that we are not necessarily aware of. And, like I said, Venus and Uranus, there is that struggle, that little bit of that clash. Our emotion with that full moon, our emotions are going to be on the higher side, or the universe is, the world, however you want to look at it. Try to ground yourself. Try to see what the reality is. Now the sword at 2, I am getting the sword as cutting away a lot of, again, Saturn in Aquarius. I bring that up so many times. This is also one of those times where we will see reality versus illusion. Okay, next card is, here we go. This is reversed. Now we have the 8 of Cups. Cups energy is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy, fluid, very emotional. 8 is the unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. There is a turning away. There is a turning away from something very emotional, something that we've been, maybe that we've been living with, maybe we've been wanting. The Cups, like I said, emotional. There's a connection there. This person is turning away, walking away, and to me, there is a choice. This is a choice. Now we have the moon here. This is, let's see, this would be the waxing moon, I think, to the full moon. This is that full moon energy, so maybe around that, I think that if it's on the other side, it's the waning moon, but this is that moon energy, so something maybe around that 18th, that 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th energy, something that we have to turn away from, something we have to make a change from, something that we actually make a decision that it's just not suiting us anymore. Next card is, and this one is reversed. And again, reverse cards to me mean stronger energy. You know what I think about this one. This is a 5. 5 has change. Change positive, it could be negative. Either way, change is not always comfortable, even if it's a wonderful change for us. This one is this is again that air energy. It is, it is air energy, and this has that Aquarius. But this is the one that I'm always calling sneaky snake. The one that really is, leaving some decisions behind. I'm getting the 2 swords on the floor. There's 2 swords on the ground, I should say. There's 2 people looking into that, looking into the clouds, looking into the, the storm that could be coming upon them. They're looking into that, but there's some decisions for them to make. I'm getting kind of with the 2s because 2s have decision-making energy, could be partnering. And then I have this Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords, you know that one. Three of Swords is let go, release, move on, stop stop holding on. However, with this, changes. And you know, this guy to me is always the sneaky snake. This is the one that will take what you need right when you need it. And you don't even know, you might not even be aware that this person has taken this, or this energy has taken this away. This is to watch out for the sneaky snake among us, okay? So interesting with this, be wise. The King of Swords is considered the oldest of the tarot cards, the oldest of the figures, the wisest of the wise. Sometimes many times the King of Swords does not necessarily have the compassion or the feeling. It's just basically, this is what needs to be done. Again, this is the emotional walking away, and this is watch out for sneaky snake. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So it's an interesting weekend, huh? But remember, and I tell you all of this, so we'll just get this out now. Regardless of what's going on in the universe, we always need to know that we still have to live our life with our choices. So this is, and that's what the individual readings will talk about. This can all be going on around us, but we need to focus on what we need to focus. We need to be without fear. I'm not saying that we're not without caution, but we need to be without fear, and we need to let our light shine brightly, because we are light workers. We were brought to this earth for this moment, okay? So let's see what we have here with my Osha Zen Tarot. What words of advice? I kind of feel like the last time I did this, I did 3 cards. Let's do those 3 cards again. I think these 2 are reversed. We will figure that one out. First card is aloneness. Now we have a 9. 9 has, you've got everything wrapped up. Everything. You've got everything you need. Aloneness. This has that hermit energy. Hermit in the, which is also a 9. Spiritual awareness. This is sometimes we feel like we feel very much alone in our journey, but we need to go towards that light. We need to, in the metaphysical way, and we need to connect with our higher power during whatever is happening. That's kind of that's really a good message, a good suggestion, a good, when you're feeling alone, when you're feeling like things you don't have an understanding, you meditate, pray, do all the things you do to get connected with your higher power. Okay, this one is reversed. Here we go. Outsider. So we've got aloneness and outsider. We have that 5 energy, and I believe this has the, I don't know if this is the earth energy. I think this might be earth energy in itself. Earth energy is our Capricorn, our Virgo, and our Taurus energy. It is money, job, career. It is also home. This, so between the 2 of this does not necessarily plant a very happy picture per se. But the thing is, with this little one, and you have to really look close to this card, you really have to look, is that this little one may feel like they're outside, they're alone, they're not necessarily connecting with, they're looking in and seeing maybe something really good. The thing is that the lock is not locked. The chain can be unraveled. So this is kind of a, I don't know, maybe this is a good time for us to just kind of step back again and just connect. But this aloneness, let's see what this one has now. Isolation. All right, so now we have that 3 energy again, and it's funny because these 3 swords kind of get me with that too. So I don't know what you want to say about it, but the advice cards from Osha Zen Tarot, they're not necessarily these peppy cards. And again, this is not necessarily your astrological energy either, but in the world there's going to be a lot of aloneness. There's going to be a lot of feeling distant. There's just kind of, going back here, we might need to step back. We need to step back from the emotional trauma, from the emotions that are going on with this full moon energy anyway. Walk away. It might be a good time to walk away. Okay, wow, okay, the only energy I did not talk about, because I talked about cups, water. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Cups, water. We talked about air, and we talked about earth energy. We did not talk about fire energy. That is our rods or wands. And that is our Aries, which we are about to go into. Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined. So I've now gotten that out of the way. We will look at our numbers. Our numbers here, we have a 8, 5, 9, 5, and a 3. So, look them up, see if that has a message for anybody here. There is, again, be wise, be objective. There is things going on, as there always is. And as I always say, we get through this. We get through this, and we get through this together. And as we stay shining, we make the light brighter. Okay? Okay. Again, please, if you can go down there, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I'd really appreciate it. Now let's see what we have for our individual signs. Bye-bye. And hello to my Tauruses. How are you? Well, we're about to enter into Aries season, and that's the beginning of the year, of the astrological year. So after Aries comes Taurus. So Aries is important for you to clean up all the stuff that you've let loose. This is a time for you to tie up all the loose ends so that when your season comes, you start fresh. Okay, so let's see what we have going. And I do think that full moon, get your wishes out there, get your requests, get your needs out there. I feel like it's going to be more of a need moon for you, my Tauruses. But you can throw a few wishes in there too. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we have here. 1, 2, and 3. This one is reversed, and I'll let you know there hasn't been a lot of reversed cards in the signs that I've been doing. I think this might be the first one. Might not be. I know that John Holland was reversed a lot, but for this. Anyway, let's see what we have here for my Tauruses. And this is the Ace of Air. Okay, new ideas, new directions, new places to go, new challenges. This is, okay, Ace is a 1, new beginnings. Air is our Aquarius, our Libra. It's also our Gemini thought processes. Your brain is spinning now. This is going to motivate you to see things differently, and for you to, instead of maybe going through the front door of whatever it is, maybe you're going to find a side entrance or a back door, but it's for you to really assess the situation. And if it's again, if this is a job, I know that there's all this money issues going on. It's kind of like, how do I create what I need to, maybe it is to live maybe it is to support my my life, to support whatever this is. This has new ideas. It does have some challenges, so it does mean, my Tauruses, you're going to have to work for it, or you're going to have to put some energy into it. But this is going to be one of those weekends, and maybe because of that introduction, maybe we're going to be kind of like, just kind of sitting at home, figuring things out, meditating and connecting. But it's almost like, I kind of feel like it's not epiphany, but it's like, I think I've got something. I need to shine more light on this direction. Anyway, brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So you're thinking things through, and this is one of those times that it's really important for you to think about, if it didn't work for you if it didn't work for you before, what can you do differently? What change can you make? Here we go. Here. Now this is awakening. So we have a 1-1-2. And actually it's kind of funny because I think, in the Archangel Power Tarot cards, this is Epiphany. This is light bulb. So we have a 1-1-2. We have that 10 energy, transition, 0 energy, God source energy, 2 choices. Where do we go? What do we do? This is look at things differently. Don't look at them through the same lens that you have been looking at things. Don't look at them as others would look at it. Really, ask creator, ask source, ask whoever that is for you to give you new vision. This is the time for you to have a new outlook and a new vision. This is that epiphany energy. That is that light bulb. But it's not doing things the way that everyone else is. So it's not necessarily breaking from tradition, which would be the Hierophant. That's kind of what other people want of you. This is, though, there's a lot of creativity here, and there's a lot, again, this is doing things totally differently than maybe what you've done or maybe what others are telling you to do. Okay, so this is Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel does bring news as the divine messenger, awakening. This is also the Hanged Man in traditional, or Epiphany in my Archangel Power Tarot cards. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Your next card is the Queen of Air. Queen's underlying energy is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We're still in the tail end of Pisces transitioning over. Air energy, again, we talked about what that is. So it's deeply felt. The Queen of Water feels very deeply. However, that air component, the Queen of Air says, yeah, we might feel deeply. We might feel very passionate, but we've got to do things differently. Step back. Hold on. We're not just jumping in. We need to really circle around this a few times, really look at this a little bit more. We need to think things through carefully. So this whole weekend is about, there's a lot of reevaluations. There's a lot of looking at things through a different lens. There's a lot of epiphany energy. There's a lot of, okay, I cannot continue doing what it is I'm doing. But yet I want to keep going this direction. So I need to do things a little differently in order to get to my goal. All right. Whew. Anyway, independent, experienced, realistic, witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, but seeing the humor in a situation. So yeah, you're starting to look at things differently now. Kind of there's you're waking up that what you've been doing hasn't been working, so now it's time for another angle. Like I said, maybe instead of going through the front door, you go through a side door, the back door, maybe even through a window. Okay? Let's see what we've got here now with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. And here we go. Well, this is lovely. This is quite lovely. I do believe that this is the 6 of fire energy. So I think, 6 is the number of man. It's what you make of it, what you put into it. Fire energy would be our Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We're about to go into Aries. And this is all about victory and success, tooting your own horn. Maybe you don't toot your horn enough. Maybe you don't announce all the things you've done enough. Maybe it's time, if you're looking for a job, or looking for somehow to promote your business or promote your, it's kind of, I'm getting this like, okay, you need to redo your resume. You need to redo your CV. You're not promoting yourself enough. You're not, also marketing. Whoever it is that needs marketing, it's like you need to promote yourself, your business, your career, your CV, your resume, whatever this is. Toot your own horn. Tooting your own horn. Okay? Light bulb, epiphany, seeing things a little differently. You don't necessarily feel comfortable tooting your own horn, but you got to do it. It's a competitive business out here. If this is what this is all about, there's a lot of competition. You need to compete a little bit more. It's not just based upon, unfortunately, it's not just based upon, your expertise. You have to toot your horn. Anyway, let's see. Okay, let's do this again. Let's see what crystal or energy is there for my Tauruses. Here we go. This is reversed. Blue topaz. Finding a spiritual ally, higher wisdom, abundance, forgiveness. Interesting. That abundance, we can claim that one. Full moon, Virgo, your, earth energy, claim it. Anyway, my Tauruses, yeah, there's lots happening in this world, and you just need to kind of find your own way to promote yourself. All right, my Tauruses, take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notifications. As always, my Tauruses, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.